Good evening, the PKR polls has concluded and we have some updates on Rafizi Ramli. Still on the topic of the polls, a PKR leader believes that Rafizi's supporters will remain with the party. Trump has postponed the decision to impose tariffs on the European Union. Stay tuned to find out why. Despite a political shakeup over the weekend, Economy Minister Rafizi Ramli is back at work and it's business as usual. According to the New Straits Times, his press secretary Farhan Iqbal said that Rafizi is at work today. Previously, Rafizi had stated that he would be prepared to step down from his ministerial role if he failed to retain his party post. In the recently concluded PKR elections, Rafizi lost the deputy president position to Nurul Izzah Anwar, a result that has sparked speculation over his future in the cabinet. Meanwhile, in a post on Facebook yesterday, Rafizi had vowed to press on in his fight for a better Malaysia. He said he had no intention of giving up or abandoning the ideals they have long held, that Malaysia deserves something better. The Pandan MP, who has been with PKR for nearly 3 decades, also expressed gratitude to his supporters. His post also featured a video montage of his campaign trail during the previous general election, including clips of him with Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim and snippets of him clocking in for the first time as Economy Minister. PKR Vice President Aminuddin Harun believes that former PKR Deputy President Rafizi Ramli's supporters will not act hastily and leave the party. This is following Rafizi's loss to Nurul Izzah Anwar in the PKR Deputy Presidency race. Aminuddin, who is one of Rafizi's strong supporters, said he believes they need a little bit of time to reflect and will return to supporting the party. He was quoted by Harian Metro as saying that they will not leave the party but will look at strategies that can be implemented at the branch and division levels as a way forward. Meanwhile, he said PKR should address the various concerns from the party's leaders and grassroots members throughout the campaign period. Aminuddin pointed out that although the election concluded 2 days ago, the issue of Rafizi's defeat is still being discussed on social media. He said all weaknesses need to be addressed by taking into account the views expressed to ensure that PKR continues to be a party that truly carries the aspirations of the people. Aminuddin added that PKR's leadership cannot take the comments lightly and needs to formulate strategies and respond to the issues. Police have not found any political links in Pamela Ling's abduction. This is according to Kuala Lumpur Police Chief Rusdi Issa. New Straits Times quoted him as saying at a press conference today that they have not found any evidence or testimony that leads to this as well. Rusdi said this when asked whether any politicians were linked to the case. In response to allegations that Ling had sought a certificate of good conduct to obtain citizenship in a different country, he said that investigations found no proof she possessed a second passport. He added that so far the police have recorded statements from 47 individuals. He said investigators managed to record statements from one of Ling's acquaintances as well as her 3 children in Singapore. Based on their checks, he said Ling has not made contact with any of them since her disappearance. When asked whether one of the individuals questioned was Ling's boyfriend, Rusdi said this could not be confirmed. As for Ling's husband, Sarawakian businessperson Thomas Ha Ting Siu, Rusdi said the man remains a suspect in the case. On May 2nd, Ling's family revealed that the 42-year-old was on her way to meet MACC investigators on April 9th, where she was supposed to facilitate a money laundering investigation but was abducted before she could reach her destination. The Teo Beng Hok Association for Democratic Advancement has called on all 5 DAP ministers to resign. This is to protest the Attorney General's chambers classifying Beng Hok's death as no further action. Association Chairperson Ng Yap Hua said the 5 ministers Anthony Loke, Gomid Singh Dio, Nga Korming, Sim Chi Kyong and Hena Yo should take responsibility on behalf of the party for failing to follow through on their promise to seek justice for Beng Hok. He said the association believes that DAP leaders should not hide behind the excuse of cabinet collective responsibility without taking action. He added that politics is the art of possibility, and DAP can leverage its strength as the largest party in the ruling coalition to push for criminal enforcement agencies to uncover the truth and bring justice to Beng Hok. Ng pointed out that Lok, now the DAP Secretary General, once played a central role in organizing nationwide memorials for Beng Hok when he was youth chief. He also stressed that DAP ministers were accountable for the NFA under the Westminster Principle of Collective Responsibility, binding all cabinet members. He said the DAP ministers must understand that collective responsibility means they are equally accountable for the police department's conclusion of no further responsibility and the Attorney General's ruling of insufficient evidence for prosecution. With this, he urged DAP to break its silence and uphold the accountability and transparency principles it has championed for years by publicly explaining its political stance on the investigation results of Bangkok's case to his family. Zaid Ibrahim has hit back at Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim over his remarks on MACC Chief Azam Baki. While Anwar had said that there is none braver than the current Chief Commissioner, Zaid pushed back, saying it is not the correct metric for the role. In a post on X, the former law minister argued that the job does not need bravery or courage. The correct words are suitable, comfortable, or amenable. Zaid claimed that the MACC job security depends entirely on how the PM feels about your prioritization of cases. He said it is a lucrative, cushy job, and many people are willing to have it. Thus, he said Anwar shouldn't say there is no one braver than Azam Baki. Noting that the MACC Chief Commissioner holds a powerful position, Zaid drew a comparison between Azam and the late Herbert Hoover, who led the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation during the 1960s. He remarked that the famed FBI chief wielded enough influence to instill fear not only among ordinary citizens, but also top political leaders. Elaborating, Zaid said that Azam can freeze accounts for 90 days, which is a long time. He added that it can destroy businesses and families without any court order, remand suspects with little difficulty, and compel asset declarations without telling you what predicate offense they are investigating. Anwar had previously defended his reappointment of Azam for a third time, which courted backlash from various quarters, including the Prime Minister's own daughter, Nurul Izzah. The Education Ministry is investigating an incident where a teacher had scolded and humiliated a primary school student. This came after a video of the incident went viral on social media. Minister Fadina Siddiq said she regretted the incident as it could affect the child emotionally and vowed to fully focus on the issue. She said teachers are always reminded of their integrity and ethics as civil servants, no matter what. Berita Harian quoted her as saying that she believes there is a safer and more private space to discuss issues and solve them amicably. Fadina further said that her ministry has instructed the Education Director General Azman Atnan to look into this matter more seriously as it involves teachers' integrity and ethics. Yesterday, a TikTok account shared a video seemingly from the student's mother who expressed her anger and disappointment after finding out that a teacher scolded her child, and the incident was recorded. The mother also claimed that her daughter was surrounded by 4 to 5 other teachers. According to the mother, she received the video from the teacher herself via WhatsApp. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysia Kini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. US President Donald Trump has agreed to postpone the imposition of a 50% tariff on European Union goods to July 9th. Bernama cited an Anadolu agency report as saying that this came following a phone call with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. Trump reportedly said von der Leyen requested the extension during their conversation and that negotiations will begin rapidly. He described the decision to grant the extension as a privilege. Von der Leyen also confirmed the phone call and said the EU is ready to move swiftly and decisively to advance trade talks. She said to reach a good deal, they would need the time until July 9th. Trump had previously threatened to impose the steep tariff beginning June 1st, citing what he described as unfair trade practices and barriers that were harming US companies. The government's My Kiosk initiative has sparked widespread controversy in recent weeks, with certain parties raising concerns over potential procurement irregularities and underutilization, warning it could become a white elephant project. The Housing and Local Government Ministry had said that each kiosk under the first phase of the project cost 15,000 ringgit. However, the figure ballooned to 25,000 ringgit per kiosk for units under the second phase, with the ministry citing upgrades had been implemented based on complaints and feedback received. On Friday, we asked our viewers their thoughts on the project. Here are the results. At the time of reporting, 2,000 people voted with 25% saying that it is a good initiative for hawkers and that the upgrades justify the cost. However, a majority with 54% said that concerns about costs and empty kiosks are valid. 16% believe that it has potential, but the implementation issues must be fixed. Some viewers pointed out that the kiosks they saw were always closed and had no signs or announcements about them. Others raised the issue of the location and called on the government to move it to more strategic areas. What are your thoughts on the issue? Join the conversation and share your thoughts in the comments section below. That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.